Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the Merriman, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with it. But look who they said that was Crockett. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Attacking our whole nationality. So it ain't nothing new with him. He's a fashion racist. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to my y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen. Hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But, boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, are they trying to use stuff for content? I said, well, she gave it to me. But this what I wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I can't. I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed Stratton gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Thank everybody for tapping in. How y'all doing on this ML King Day? How everybody doing? Thank y'all for tapping in with us on this. It's a beautiful, but it's a cold day. I can tell you that much. It is cold up here, family. It is cold. And we headed for a couple days of some below 10 and some below 5 weather this weekend. We will be getting them that cold Arctic blast this weekend. Good morning, everyone, for tapping in. I see Love and Meeting tapped in, the lovely Linda Chilton, Georgia Boy, top of the morning. The Way of Jesus Christ live stream in the building. Tony Terry, your showtime tonight, good brother. The lovely Deborah Luna in the building. LaWanna Terry in the building. Good morning to you, beloved. We see No Trouble in the building. Shout out to my Gaddis clan, the whole clan in here tonight. Even the preacher son, you heard, aka the Junior himself. What's up, Rogue Gaddis, Concrete the Dreamer, Sweet Cupcake on Break, and Slick Rick. Good morning to y'all. And the lovely Jazzy Melanie and the lovely Sharon is in the building. What's up? I ain't going nowhere. I see everybody off. You know what I'm thinking today was, I forgot it was, I didn't really, I forgot, but I understand it's ML King Day, so a lot of people got days off. So some got an extended weekend. You know, happy heavenly birthday to the great one, MLK. You heard? Blake
barely takes holidays here.
Huh?
810 barely takes holidays here.
I mean,
we were on Christmas Eve.
As you should be. I mean, because me personally, I can't see Karen Malone, good evening, good morning, beloved. I can't really see it because we still fighting the same struggle. I mean, it would be different if it was really a dream. You know what I'm saying? I think if he was Sertha Henderson, good morning, beloved. I think if he was here, he'd be still fighting to seeing the same struggle that's going on. I think a lot of us is I don't know. I think it, with me with me I get it. They're celebrating it, but I think
I'm,
the people fires America celebrating. I think it's a farce. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who doing it, fires the Congress, government. You know what I'm saying? And Demetria Brown, good morning. Coretta H, good morning. And I believe it's like a farce because look what the masses of people and look what he was fighting for: housing, better jobs, and being treated. Look what we going through. Let's police. Go ahead.
You had said some people have an extended weekend. I'm sitting here going, we don't. 8-10 don't take holidays.
Nah, because what's going on, it still need to be told. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, you know me, but I don't tell nobody that new one. Good morning, Wanda Smith. Good morning. You know me. I believe in me. I never tell nobody if you got to take a day off. I believe letting people take it off. I'm just saying to me, I just don't see. You know what I'm saying? The benefit, like how we celebrating and we still fighting for the same things that he was fighting for. Better housing, better jobs. Being treated less than an uncivilized person. Carolyn Hendricks, good morning. And even them you treat fair. But like I was saying earlier, like we going through the police as he was talking about police brutality, and now we going through this stuff with ICE. It's like it's depending on who eyes you see it through. It's a lot of the stuff that he lost his life for. Now just imagine this: you losing your life for because you want to be treated as a human being. Now that's what's gangster. Denise Cousins, good morning. But that's where we at right now. It's a day they're gonna celebrate, and then tomorrow everything will be back how it was. We still fighting for the same thing that he lost his life over. A new one. And I agree with you. The government got off cheap by giving us a holiday instead of what King was. I agree with you. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Like I wouldn't, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to I don't try to knock what's going on. I don't agree with what's going on, but like I say, ICE incidents just been running all across the news. You can't go, oh damn, let me take this off. It ain't $5. Let me get this off. I got it right. My bad, family.
Hey, just because it ain't Friday doesn't mean you can't donate, though.
Yeah, you can if you feel like it, family. It would be greatly appreciated. I would not turn my collar down. As you can see right now, I don't have a collar on. But I don't want the people to be distracted by, you're going to see a lot of people going to be celebrating Dr. King Day. They're going to be, Lanita Murray, good morning, beloved. They're going to be, I might even pop out and go to some of these things. They're going to be celebrating it, but it's still going to be a lot of madness going on. And it's election season, so you're going to see people getting out, probably showing up to different events and stuff. I mean, be respectful, and I'm only going to say that, deal with the best manners. Good morning, Mama Quill in the building. I mean, but y'all do need to be asking serious questions about, you know what I'm saying, since we see all these, that the ones we do know of who running. You need to start doing your vetting. Talking about the residents of the city. I get it. We all finna be, king this and king that. But do y'all vetting when y'all see these people coming out. See who really for you and for the residents. Oh my goodness. A new one. Lord be with them. They finna roll this out like never before. Let me see what Linda Chilton said. Whoop my re-show going through Flint made me cry. Make me cry too. Not gonna lie to you, Dreamer. You telling the mouthful politics are local for sure. The lovely Miss Beverly Biggs Levy in the building. Y'all got a fighter amongst y'all family in Flint. You got a fighter. I mean, like I said, you finna be, and what's really finna get it come next month, really finna be diabolical when we get into February. So you already know how. And then it just happened to be election season. Lord have mercy. Some of the greatest lies ever told finna go down this year. I'm telling you, some of the greatest lies that's ever been told. Like, we're gonna fix the water. Oh, the water fix. You finna hear a lot of that.
Now we're gonna hear. I haven't sucked the police on no one.
Video evidence says otherwise.
Constance, good morning. No, I mean it's just to me, you know what I'm saying? To me, like, I had some videos set up, but y'all don't want to see what the fight is. I just want to, I just want to have a conversation. Y'all bring it up in the chat. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Because, and I seen that when you talk about Maurice drove through Flint. Facts. I mean, but are people really listening? Let me see this. What Concrete said. All these breakfasts and political boule gatherings, and then tomorrow's right back to the same old BS. I feel, hey, no, that's what it is, Concrete. In my humble opinion, you finna see people smiling. What's up, Felicia Martinez, coming from the East Coast by way of New Jersey? You heard? Shout out to Felicia. You heard? But I'm telling you, finna see it. You finna see. Listen, you finna see people finna be on their best behavior. You finna see people on their best behavior. Everybody finna say they believe in King and this and that, but is the water in Flix and is the water in Flint fix?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. King birthday come every year. His birthday ain't never stopped coming. They celebrate it every year. But I just want to see is the reflection of the vote that's going on.
Trying to see who's awake and posting already.
Tony Terry said, yeah, no, all of them do it. All of them do it. Tony, all of them do it. He said Trump will be doing MLK events this morning. He is coming to the game tonight. What we've been hearing. That's what's up. And y'all don't forget the national championship for college football tonight. Miami Hurricanes versus the Indiana Hoosiers. So y'all be watching that tonight. Let me see what what Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis said. Mickey, the sad part is that majority of people won't do like you said and research these political figures on. They ain't gonna do no research on them. Remember, no enemies in politics, just permanent interest. Facts. I mean, but you finna see it though. You about to see it. I mean, look who been fighting. You would think, how Miss Beverly Biggs been out here. Like I say, the woman been out here on the recall. She done been through, like I say, tires been slashed. If I'm not allegedly, let me say, because I want to get that right. What's up, Buddha Nick in the building? Good morning, good brother. Tires, her dog sicked on her husband. Her husband snatched out the car by some of the Gestapo that's running Flint right now. I'm just saying, you go look at it. The lovely Sherry Allen in the building. Good morning, beloved. And I see the lovely Carolyn Hendricks in here. The water won't be fixed as long as Neely is in office. No, I mean, no, you may be right on that. I don't know, man. Like, I'm just saying, but we know these people finna come in. Then you're going to get some who going to be talking like they with the people. Now, don't get that twisted neither. Now, you know they got some, as my uncle, my cousin, one of my family members used to say, well-polished liar. You ain't nothing but a well-polished liar. You finna get a lot of them finna be coming in your face talking good because they know we love to hear things that'll tickle our ears. Hey, Tony Terry, that's true. That is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? We should have more of that because we all fighting for the same thing. But, you know. Oh, you know what, Karen Malone, that's not a dumbass question. Listen, this Monday, you know what I'm saying. This is what y'all want to talk about. But opinions on troops on standby to head to Minneapolis. To me, it's just my humble opinion because I seen him where he was calling them insurrectionists. He gonna put in the insurrectionist act or something in Minneapolis. I just think this situation is getting turned even more upside down. I don't think no good can come out of it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They listen. And I said it before. I don't know a good way how you can gather people up and send them back home that's here illegally. I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I would love to sit up here and tell y'all this is a quick fix. I don't know how it got so out of hand up under Trump. Like I said, they was calling Obama the deporter in chief. How did it get to this standpoint with Trump where it's all the way left? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, ain't like they ain't been deporting people, but how did it go? How did it go all the way left up under Trump? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because ain't we been having ICE agents
for a long while?
So how did it go all the way left is what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, Obama had deported something about 1 mil. And under the Biden administration, something like 10 mil came in. I mean, you make one step forward, then you take 10 steps back. And of course, sanctuary cities don't really help with that entire issue. Most of these sanctuary cities have some of the most impoverished people in America, and they're adding more to it. Refusing to help with deportations, whether it be, I mean, hell, even just arresting some of these folks that come over and break some of the most heinous laws and then releasing them right back out because sanctuary city can't give them over to immigrations and customs. So, okay, make sure you show up to court. Sure, doesn't come back. I think there were several folks that had been arrested for assaulting a minor and put right back on the street.
I'm looking at what new one got. This is interesting. And this is a teacher. She said, don't forget to pay attention to the school board, too. Only 40% of Michigan students pass the state's reading test, yet 98% of teachers receive the highest rating evaluation from the state. Wow. That's rough right there. Hey, Deborah Luna, I tell everybody to go look at Leela, Mrs. Leela Harvey McGee, the sister. I don't want to say the lady's name wrong. But y'all know I put it up here. Go check out her live. She usually I usually watch what she do. And this Felicia Martinez, she done got me a sponsor today. We can't get it from y'all right now. Mickey's Roll Call is sponsored by sponsored by the protesters for disrupting the church service of Pastor David Eastwood for being director of ICE field office in St. Paul, Minnesota. How can you preach the word and hurt the people? And shout out to Yogi G for that, because we played it on Just the Thought last night, too. We played that. And shout out to Felicia for getting us a sponsor. Shout out to the family from New Jersey. No, I'm just, listen, it's, like I say, I'm not saying, Eleanor Wicker, good morning, beloved. Trevor, this for you. Karen Malone said, hold up, let me find the one she said was for you. She did say.
Interested in knowing my thoughts.
Oh, okay, here you go. This is from Deborah Luna, my bad. The lovely Deborah Luna.
On what? Soldiers on standby?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
I think it's actually kind of funny. One, Insurrection Act has been used several times. I've got a list of 3 right here: November 24th, 1987, September 20th, 1989, and May 1st, 1992. All 3 rather short periods. 2 under Bush, it looks like. No, 2 under Reagan. Prisoner riot in Atlanta announced over deportations of ICE detainees. Looting in the United States Virgin Islands after Hurricane Hugo. Riots in Los Angeles after the acquittal of the policeman who beat Rodney King. Right? Like, in Insurrection Act, you get a set of orders called a RUF, which is the rules of use of force. It's much like an ROE, except far more restrictive. So really what you're going to have is, if it goes through, more than likely, maybe a company, at most a battalion of soldiers, probably not infantry, probably activating MPs to walk through with riot shields and just corral. And if Walz tries using National Guard, they're just going to get federalized, told to stand down. And if they don't stand down, they're going to catch a couple Article 15s, a couple demotions, maybe a couple arrests for higher ranking officers. Oh, I didn't see Ms. McGee's live, honestly. I stayed the hell away from the internet this weekend. I was enjoying myself working out and sleeping and walking with my dogs.
Oh, no, he didn't take on Venezuela. Yeah. No, he didn't. No, okay. Granny G, good morning. Thank you for tapping in.
I feel like I was smart and just left the entire internet to do its own thing this weekend instead of stressing over shit that I can't fix.
I always like to see. I'm always watching something to see, and like I said, because I always go in the comments too. I like to see her comments. No games. Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. But it's just, to me, like I said, and that's just my humble opinion. I'm not saying, and I go back. Obama was called the deporter in chief.
Yeah, 1 million people over 8 years. Whereas currently Trump is at about 200,000 in about a year.
But the thing is, how did it get so bad? I'm looking at it, and I see what you're saying, Linda Chilton, how Obama did it. Everything is on how people do it. But my thing is like I said, I don't know how, if people here are illegal and when you going to grab them and you sending them out. To me, the thing what is going bad, like you starting to see more ICE. They pulling, like I said, and they grabbing citizens, regular citizens, along with illegals. And to me, and I said to Terry Nixon, thank you for tapping in. And I get it, Constance, but people was not hurt. This up under Trump has been it's just been like, to me, from what I'm looking at it.
A bit of it is also who's doing it, right? Like, take a look at the right during Obama's term. Anything he did was rejected harshly, out of hand. Even if it was for the people, rejected harshly. So now you come to Trump era, and many of the things he does is rejected out of hand harshly by the folks on the left. When people hear, oh, we're going to deport some folks, the first thing that a lot of folks are doing now is jumping up and, what laws have they broken? Well, U.S. Immigration Code first and foremost. But a lot of people don't want to see that. They just want to sit there and stick it to the man. Like, how about you pick your fights? Some of these fights are actually for the better of you. I get it. Stand up for your civil rights, obviously. Stand up and protest. Deportation of folks that, regardless one way or another, having so many of them here hurts all of us. And it hurts them too. Because there ain't enough resources to completely go around. We're in a national deficit. How are we supposed to support so many people? And that's also job competition. While everyone wants to talk about illegal immigrants in the farms and in the fields, how many of them are in the inner city competing for a job that you may need? Remember, a lot of them were just bussed up and dropped off in impoverished neighborhoods. Go make for yourself now. Well, they have to get a job. They have to get money. That's the same thing as a lot of us have to go through. Hey, you have to have a job, you have to get money, but how are you going to compete against someone that gets paid under the table, so taxes aren't paid on it, and they can get paid a hell of a lot less? And then on top of that, you start looking at some of the programs to settle these people in, costing millions and millions of dollars to cities and states that could be going to people that were born here, lived here, suffered here their entire lives, that could use some of that help.
Katie, no, you're right. It was, they did have, if I'm not mistaken, kids was in cages. I think that was up under the Obama administration.
Yes.
Christy Coleman, thank you for tapping in. And I see what you're saying, Sherry Allen. She said that the 1,500 military reaches Minnesota, they will overpower the Minnesota Police Department. They're just adding to an already chaotic city. And that's what I do believe, like you going to create a situation. We don't make it better, we make it worse. And I'm not saying, I'm just being, I'm not saying. You mean the Minnesota state, for sure. Oh, you know what? And I'm gonna have I'm Deborah Loon. I'm gonna ask Brother Elliot because I'm gonna send it to him. I know he probably watching anyway, but if not, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send the video to him.
I hate to ask because it makes me seem dumber than a rock, which granted I am, but is Miss McGee from Flint?
Yep.
It might be worth a reach out, see if she'd like to sit down with you and Mr. Elliott. Maybe. Possibly something to talk about off air, but she's getting some traction.
Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Dr. Padroni did an interview with her on here, so she's been on here. But yeah, nah, she, like I said, I like a lot of the things that she be doing, like, you know,
maybe extend her reach a little bit. We typically pick up a few folks. I don't know how many views she has, but
she's a treasure in the town. That's all I can tell you. H. Sprague, good morning. Thank you for tapping in, and shout out to Jed and his INA 10. You heard? Oh, this for you, Trevor.
I see it.
Okay.
Unnecessary money that Trump is spending, increasing the debt. Debt's increased under every president. I think it's dumb. I didn't like it when former presidents did it. I didn't like it when Bush did it. When Bush did it, I was I think when he came in office, 2004, I was 15. When he left office is right when I joined the military. The entire time I thought he was selling out my future. Same thing for the next guy. Same thing for Trump V1. Same thing for Biden.
Came in 2000. He did 2 years. I mean, 2 terms.
Oh, yeah. So I was 11. Yeah, I was 11 to the age of 19.
Thank you, new one, for the $5 super chat.
It's just, now I'm older, I'm thinking these folks are selling out my kids' future because U.S. dollar is continually depreciated. I've been watching Slicer X, and he's going over aviation history. And some of the cost of the planes that the U.S. has bought, he does back then value of the price to develop the plane. And then in today's dollars, I'm just realizing like the dollar is devalued. I want to say 10 times. I'm not saying like 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean like 10-fold since 1940. So it's just one of those, like, every president's done it, and I wish we can find a president and a Congress that would stop spending money, stop raising our fucking taxes, find some laws on the books that can be repealed that are ancient and have no bearing on today's society and life, and then start looking at some social programs, combining them into one office, because half the time you have a social program that works for you need 1, 2, 3. Another social program that needs 4, 5, and 6. Well, what if you just combine those two in the same office? You can help the same amount of people, if not more, and you can reduce your overhead and employees. That just makes sense to me, but I don't think we've found a politician either running for Congress or for president in the past, 60, 70, 80, 90 years that has thought of doing such a thing.
Bonnie Vanner, thank you for tapping in from New Orleans. And Lorna, good morning, beloved. I mean, to me, and I, you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna get it right when look who created it. Like, and I'll just say it again. That's why I was telling people go watch the movie Gangs of New York. This is nothing new. See, to me, I get it, and
Back then,
like,
they hated the Irish,
yeah, and I'm just saying they hate it, and
and they hated Catholics, and they basically hated everyone that wasn't them. There's another thing, new one. The gold standard, which Nixon's dumbass took us off. And
really, our money is propped up by our military, if we just going to be honest with you.
Military and somehow our debt, because we run our national economy and the value of a dollar based off of how credit worthy you are, right? Just like, okay, let's go back when I bought this house. My wife's credit was in the dumps. Why? Because she never used a credit card and only took out one loan in her entire life. That one loan was for her truck, and I had to co-sign it. It isn't because she had bad credit and wasn't paying off debts. It's because she never took out a debt before. Therefore, she wasn't credit worthy. The United States runs itself in basically the same way. The more debt the country has, somehow the more stable it is and the more likely it is to receive a loan, which I find to be one of the dumbest things in the fucking world.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder. It was just terrible. It's just terrible.
And Deshaun, I'm not too worried about NATO turning against us. Number one, because NATO knows it can't stand without us. Their forces are great. I've worked with Polish airborne training up in Camp Grayling, Latvians, and Danish. Every once in a while, you'll see me with a shirt on that has foreign writing right here. It's basically translate to Danish Home Guard. Very well-motivated, decently trained soldiers, especially for a home guard, which doesn't get paid, like even a nickel. They're all volunteer. But the backbone of the entirety of NATO is U.S. logistics. They can't do jack shit without us moving things for them. They have very few cargo planes, and their cargo planes are like 1940s era, can maybe move a couple troops, no tanks.
But
so,
is this the same thing? Like, what led to World War One?
World War One,
yeah,
multiple power blocks, and then the powder keg was set off by the assassination of Duke Franz Ferdinand.
Okay, and then what led to World War II? Wasn't it for expansion though?
Yes and no and yes. Piss poor feelings over the loss of World War One, coupled by the economic disaster by the Allied powers. So, U.S., England, France mainly, demanding reparations from Germany for causing the war. Since they lost, we got to blame it on them, which caused the people to be really desperate. This is simplified history. But in their desperation, they were really easy to turn to hatred.
But that's what I'm saying. Look what's going on now. Ain't this what America doing when you just going in now? Okay, you saying you did Latin America. Yeah, you had to go get at the Venezuela, and now you talking about going after Greenland. What's this? I mean, his rhetoric is that China or Russia might come over there and they'll do it, and that's my thing. Like with Trump, it's like you going for up under him expansion. Like right now, you basically saying you're the president of Venezuela. Even with the one lady, to me, it's like you're going to end up. And I get what you saying. You saying these countries. You saying NATO, but do you want to fall out with everybody and then you'd be in isolation mode? Because that can happen. You can't be isolated now.
We were isolationists up until World War One, and I think that we, aside from social issues, but on an international stage and definitely in terms of economy, we were doing quite well. Honestly, with as much money as we send just putting troops in Europe and housing them there, especially military hardware to secure Europe, the entire intention behind NATO was for a few trade concessions, we put our troops in Europe so Europe can build itself back up to protect itself. And what do you know? We've gotten a few trade concessions, but they've never built back up their militaries. They're just now starting to get to the 2% GDP that was agreed upon under the NATO charter.
I'm looking at what Deshaun Fordham said. I'm from a military family, so world opinion does matter. We are spreading our resources very thin. I'm looking at what the Dreamer saying. It's in it for something. It's something in it for Trump and Putin. These guys working together. Let me see what a new one said. Trump is going after natural resources. The U.S. being cut off from minerals needed for our commerce.
I mean, we've already got mineral concessions from Ukraine. The last thing that needs to happen there is Russians stop shooting at Ukrainians and especially stop blowing up their power infrastructure, because Northern Europe is very cold this time of year, and blowing up people's heating is kind of an asshole move.
But damn, okay, I see how you feel on that. But what about, and like I say, I got nothing to do, but what about what's going on with the Palestinians, what they going through? Like how they basically just in Israel and leveled they what's the name over there.
Okay.
I'm just saying
we're talking about natural resources there. That was the point. So what does Palestine have to do with natural resources?
It got resources over there too now. Like they got stuff. You got oil over there in that Middle East. I'm just saying, like, the natural resources. I know Trump signed a deal for earth and minerals with Ukraine, but I'm still saying you got crises in both of them.
I mean, you've got crises all over the world.
That's the selective politicking, though. That's all I'm saying. That's with the government. That's why I go back to the question what Deshaun Fordham said. We stressing ourselves thin because we sending money over here. We sending money over here. Maybe we need to pull some of that back.
I'm full agreement with that. I've been saying that for years. I'm all for cutting off foreign funding, military, and everything else, because a lot of the places we send straight cash to some of these governments to prop them up. These same governments sit there and yell death to America. Some places we send food to, there's still people marching down the streets burning American flags, which I'm wondering how the hell they even get their hands on American flags, yelling death to America. Okay, fine, death to us, but you can starve then. I'm not feeding you.
But why you think, but what would make you think people say death to America?
There's a few reasons. Number one, we aren't all that popular, fine. Number two, when people are desperate, just like World War II, they're really easy to turn on someone. Well, who are you going to turn on? Your neighbor that might be able to kick your ass, or the giant that you can just blame on everything? Oh, they're not helping you enough. Oh, this, that, the third. Oh, shit. But either way, we can just go ahead and ignore them then.
But you got to understand this too. Let's just use Libya for an example. Libya was a perfectly being ran country. America intervened in it, killed a leader.
Didn't they also try saying that their shores or their national waters extended out 20 miles instead of the UN recognized? I don't know about desert, but I do know that they said their nationally controlled waters extended out 20 miles instead of the UN recognized 13. And they sent planes up and tried to intercept several U.S. aircraft before we decided to put the hammer down.
But what would you be doing in their airspace? That's just like...
It wasn't their airspace.
But first of all, who can pick and choose and what's airspace and who control this? Because I'm seeing a lot of stuff that... I'm watching a lot of stuff. What's up, Yogi G?
Well, most nations, actually pretty much all of them under the UN Charter, when they signed on, agreed to 13 miles. So just coming out of nowhere after that saying, oh, well, I did agree to 13, now it's 20. Okay, there's international shipping lanes running through there. So what now?
But you can say that on anybody, though, Trevor. America done done
just
things
like China likes to recognize, I believe it's 40 miles. So the U.S. decides, fuck you, we're running the 13. That's
But
what
that's
China can do.
yeah, but that's what back to what you said, because that's what I'm saying. That's probably why you will get people to say this, about America. It ain't like they just saying it because they want to say it. Now we got to be honest on that. When you go invade people countries and you do certain things, look how they took out their leader. Okay, so they took it out there 20 miles, and you said 13. If we go on that practice, just look at, like I said, I got nothing to do with it. I'm just pointing something out. When you look at what fires with the Palestinians feel what Israel went and did, like they went over their what's the name, but America not saying nothing. I'm just saying this is the stuff that's like you see the same thing with Ukraine, but it depends on who you watch, like who you get it from. America say Russia attack Ukraine. If you go pull up different, because I can pull them up for y'all. You go look at other people. General said no. Ukraine was firing over into Russia. You know what I'm saying? We just and they provoked, like they was provoking Putin, and Putin, you know what I'm saying, when he went and annexed Crimea off. If I'm not mistaken, which one? I think it was Crimea. He went and did. So I'm
He
saying
invaded Crimea in 2014. He instigated several other minor rebellions in some of the Donbass, some of the smaller states, and then he instituted a referendum with forced vote, saying, "Oh yeah, you get to choose which country you belong to. Also, I'm looking at all your votes," with the AK to your head. And the entire time, from 2014 to 2022, when Ukraine was supposedly shooting at Russia, you know how many casualties were caused? Less than 80. That's military and civilian. Whereas Russia was also lobbing rounds back and hitting far more.
But that's what I'm saying. You go to different stories. That's why I gave a point. You go to different ones.
I got from the UN.
Yeah, but I'm saying you go to different ones. This side gonna say this, and this side gonna say this. Then you'll get the truth. But they also say
the UN for it, because UN just employs impartial observers. Remember, the UN. And you can say what you want, but
I'm telling
Russia is also on the UN Security Council and has just as much pull.
Right, that's just like the UN. let's don't even play that game like the UN. Keep it honest now. They get to pick it. America can bully it one way or which way they want it to go. So they don't, they pick and choose. It's elective politic in there, because the UN right now not happy with America talking about taking Greenland.
I thought that was more NATO.
My bad. Yeah, NATO. But you still got people in the UNs talking about it.
Yeah.
But that's that attitude. Yeah. But I'm just saying, you go in there and take
that goes with your point, though. That actually goes against your point.
Nah,
the UN's not happy with the United States. So why would the UN do what the United States says?
Facts. But that's what I'm saying. America.
If we wanted Russia labeled as the aggressor, do you think the United States would have been able to pressure that with as much of the UN pushback lately?
Because they already seeing who been the aggressor in that. They see who been the aggressor in that. United States did have a lot of they was having a lot of say so, but you getting people starting to kind of look at United States just doing some bully stuff, because they've been doing it for so long. Like I said, I don't got a dog in the fight, because I can't tell them what they can and can't do. Shit, if they want to get mad and come down, shut me down. I can't, you know what I'm saying? To me, they've been putting people in jail on just cause because they want to do it. This ain't nothing new. I don't know why people acting like this is something new. You can go through history and show where they can just come in. You forgot. We keep forgetting, like Noriega. We forget about Saddam Hussein.
Manuel Noriega, as in Panama?
Yes.
When some of his troops went on a rampage and killed 20 U.S. soldiers, so we removed him.
Why did his troops go on a rampage and kill 20 U.S. soldiers?
Some had to be, but U.S. soldiers weren't shooting theirs.
How you know? That's just like when you said about the border, about how the terrorists came through the border. You might just be getting it from that one side that said this. Like, it'd be more to that. That's just like why Reagan went to jail when what's his name? They brought the drugs in from what's Oliver North. Why they didn't do no real time, Trevor?
That's protection from the president.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You're jumping subject to subject to subject here.
No, because I'm just trying to show you what a hypocrite. That's. Go ahead, Trevor. I'm just saying, man. You don't see. That's what I'm saying. You would take the same news from them people who play games. That's what I'm telling you, and I tell you that all the time when we off air. You would just go with one side. I try to get it from both sides on it, and then try to come down with the truth. You just go from one side leaning, this is what it is. And all the time that be they perspective on it. Just like, man, you had a disagreement when you said, when America went over to Afghanistan, they destroyed the poppy seeds. I put a clip up with a dude that was in the army on there. Oh, he just mad. That's what I'm saying. It like
but I was burning them my damn self. I know my personal experience. But he was over there. Some dude I ain't never met.
But he was over there too. That's the difference. He was over there too.
And well known for me, he could have been on a drug trade, or his command could have been on a drug trade. I know I was burning entire seeds of poppy fields. I was burning entire seeds of hashish.
Maybe the unit you was with was doing it. Maybe the unit he was with wasn't doing that. Can that be true?
That could be very true. But our orders, literal orders, were to burn them.
You heard, like you said, literal orders. Maybe your unit, literal orders.
This was put down from the entire command, from literal the command of RC East and RC West from CENTCOM. Burn the fields.
Well, why was his? Because he was over there. He was over there, and that's what he was doing. He said it. That's the only point I'm trying to make, Trevor. Just because you maybe with yours, but you had someone who wasn't doing it. That's just like even doing Vietnam.
That would be them breaking the law, breaking orders. That would be them doing something illegal. That was not from the United States. That was his command's choice.
And why ain't nothing happened to nobody because that story got put out?
That part, I don't know, other than it's uncorroborated. There is no one else from that unit coming forward. So then it's just word of mouth.
I mean, same thing with Oliver North. Reason I could kind of believe it because Oliver North was able to bring drugs in here. So I wouldn't put it past that the government wouldn't do it again. That's the thing. They proved that they done it once, so we don't think they'd do it again.
Except he wasn't even saying that they were bringing it here, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying that man and his unit, if they were not burning it, were breaking orders.
I'm gonna send it to you so you can go back. It was on PBS. I'll send it to you.
We watched it together.
No, but that was a short clip we watched. It was more to it. That was a short clip. Short clip. I'm just saying they have brought drugs in. You can go pull up movies on this, documentaries where they tell you the government been in on things. I'm just saying, just like the Trump situation, what Maduro, who they went and got, said because he was a drug dealer, was bringing cocaine into America, right? But you let one drug dealer out, you pardon, let him out, and he was bringing tons of it in. That's the point that I'm making. We going, and all of them done it. I'm not letting none off the hook. I'm being honest. That's just with me. All of them have done it. But I'm just saying, look, they very hypocritical. That's just like Reagan was saying, don't do drugs. But yet, one of your general, was he a general? He was a colonel. Colonel was bringing cocaine in. And look at the effects that happened to the people that got strung out on drugs. They didn't do nothing to the people. I mean, Colonel Oliver North got to what? He did a little bit of time and was able to come out and be a millionaire. That's what he got to come out and be a millionaire. But yet, we'll get up on here. We're not. We can get out here. Bill Cosby is considered a pariah in America because of the things that allegedly that he's supposed to did. But how's Oliver North able to move around through America, get shows, make millions of dollars, and look what he contributed to. That's what I'm saying. It's like, to me, when we seeing the things going on, it's just like, it's crazy. It's just my opinion. It's just like, how can you even, you know what I'm saying? Even like I said, you got Republicans going against some of this stuff. Like I say, a lot of the things I be pulling up, I go get it from the Republican side. I don't even go get the Democrat side. I go pull it up from the Republic. You even got Republicans is saying some of the stuff that's going on, talking about everything going on. But it's just, to me, from how I'm seeing it, like today, we celebrating MLK. Who took MLK out?
FBI.
Government. Part of the government, right? That's what I'm saying. We celebrating the day that took a man out. They give us the holiday, but yet they ain't changed no laws, because the same stuff he was fighting for was going on. It's going on right now. We looking at ICE grabbing people up, and I go back to it. I'm not saying that, because I believe in any other country, if you come in illegal, they're gonna put you out. I'm not saying that's not gonna happen. I don't know which way, but to me, both parties have made this a clusterfuck, to be honest with you. It's just, and I say it again, they know they dropped the illegal, as they want to call them. I'll just say the undocumented. They dropped them in these, thank you, Miss T, for the $1.99. They dropped them in these poor communities. What they thought was going to happen when it come time to round them up. I mean, and listen, even the people that's getting caught up in it, I'm not going to say they are wrong for interfering with if it's an operation police. You can't go interfering in people business. Now I'm gonna say that again. I'm seeing these people showing up, but what do you think gonna create this type of environment when you're doing it like that? You're making people pick and choose.
Okay. Like you keep pointing out, Obama was the reporter in chief. Why was there no outrage then? Why is it outrage now?
Was people being shot by ICE and things doing when Obama was when he was in charge? Was we having it?
So I don't know the entire story. I don't have any body footage of that one gentleman that was killed on New Year's Eve. But we do have the body cam footage and several other angles, as well as a hospital report of Good, what's her name? Hitting that ICE officer with her vehicle. The man had internal bleeding. So are we saying that his life wasn't in danger then? Oh, he shouldn't have been standing in front of the car. Okay. How about we use that same sort of logic with everything else? Oh, she shouldn't have been in that part of town. Oh, he shouldn't have been hanging out there. Or is it just, okay, that should not have been there. However, life was still in danger.
Like I said, I wouldn't have been interfering with their business. I'm just saying me personally. I'm going off of me.
Like, if you want to protest ICE, go ahead, protest. I support your right to do that. And I'm not saying you, because you're saying don't interfere. But anyone, you want to protest, fine, protest. Stand off to the side, hold up your signs, use your blowhorns, whatever you want to do. Don't get in between them. Just like you wouldn't do that for 90% of anything else.
I wouldn't get in it. I mean, I like...
Constance, the man had internal bleeding getting hit by a car, and you're trying to tell me his life wasn't in danger. Okay.
Me personally, I'm just saying, I'm seeing how the people thinking they fighting for a great cause. Believe me, I think they are. They fighting for a great, in their mind, they feel like they fighting for a great cause. But this is what happened when you got both sides. This is no different than what we be saying when the police coming in the woods tonight. When you got people on tensions are high. Me personally, I feel like the ICE agent shouldn't be able to cover their face. We need to see who they is. I'm gonna go with that one first. And then some of the people they is grabbing up, I don't like the way, and I say this, I don't like the way they going about it. Even when they chased this one young girl home, when she ran up, because I guess ICE can't come in your yard. When the girl, they chased her home, I think it's wrong. Like, if you just riding around these neighborhoods waiting to see kids or people and you grabbing them up, I think that is wrong how they doing it. I'm just
with that chasing of the young lady, did you hear anything else about why? She matched the description of someone they had a warrant for. And then she took off and ran.
Trevor, let me just break this down to you, because I don't know. That might have just went, because that went over my head. You know how many times I done heard that? That's that saying, police talk. Oh, you fit the description. You know, and I'll give you an example. I'm not going off into it. I remember sitting in the car, a shooting happened. Not gonna even lie. The person walked right past me. Me and that person didn't look like clear as day. Look different. But you know what they said? Oh, you fit the description. But then when you get the description of the person, we just both, only thing we had in common, we both was black. I'm just saying that's them police talking points. That's the same thing with the Keith Porter who got killed I told you about when New Year's. He's shooting in the air. The guy go up ice, off duty, go put his clothes back on. You know what he said? Oh, I felt like my life was in danger. Oh, he shot at me. They can't find where the shell casings at that he shot at him. That's what police say. I'll give you a better example, one we right here. Just like when with the Lawson family, when the police came and sprayed them with mace, and these people out here cooking food. You know, oh, some tongues, my life was in danger. But see that right there, that rhetoric right there, that she fit a description. Why, when you seeing her daddy come out there, why would you stop then? Why would you stop then when the father come out there? That's what I'm talking about. See, like that right there, that's I'm just telling you. When they say she fit the description, the police say that. You fit the description. You know how many young kids might have dreads? They'll go, oh, you fit the description. This might be a skinny one, might be a fat one, might be a chunky one. I mean, it could, but you fit the description. That's just what the police been using, that we fit the description, and not ICE using it. Oh, I was scared for my life. ICE using that now. No, what was you chasing the kid? If it was that important, I'm pretty sure if they riding around, they knowing where the house was at. And this person happened to be a legal one. I just like the black boy. They threw in the car. He was shook up. Then when they found out he was a what's name, why is you jumping out with mask on? Already got people gonna be paranoid. You jumping out. You take the mask off. Why you hiding yourself?
Dude, you go through Twitter or hell, Reddit, any of those, you see people calling for death to these folks in ICE. Hell, I saw one on the local Flint Reddit. If you're saying death to ICE or death to ICE families, which you see a lot of, I'm hiding my fucking face too.
Well, Trevor, don't you know they didn't talked about the police, death to the police. They ain't hid their face.
A lot of cops have, but okay. Every day you don't do that, fine. If I have the choice though, I'm hiding my face because I'm out doing X, Y, or Z. My family may be home alone. Hell, and now you have politicians talking about political retribution against federal employees. Whether you like them or not, they are hired for a reason. They are hired legally for a reason. And now you have, who was the guy who slept with the Chinese spy in California saying if he's elected governor, he's going to revoke their driver's license. Quote, good luck getting to work, asshole. So you can start doing that now, okay.
I will say it again because I'm looking at what Miss Tia said. Why she didn't identify herself. Let me say this, Miss Tia. What kid gonna identify to somebody that's jumping out with mask on and got guns? I would like to know what kid not gonna be scared and gonna run. This wasn't no high school. I think she was junior high. You chasing a 14-year-old kid jumping out like that? Come on now, Tia. Even if you that mad, you don't know how they doing it. I'm pretty sure if you roaming in these neighborhoods, because they know where they took them to. Now, let's just be honest. They know where they took them to. So it ain't like it's hard to go find, but it's a better way that you can go about doing it. You jumping out, grabbing people. That's just like they jumped out and grabbed the one individual. And like I say, they grabbing folks that are legal. And I came on here and said it. I said, I understood what was going on. I watched from a person from Chicago that was talking about it, said, look, some of these people do look black. So I understand how they grabbing people. They snatching people up. I told y'all my experience over here on Corona Road in the grocery store. I thought I was talking to a regular black folk. But he was Hispanic. When he went, I don't speak no English. I get it. Only thing I'm saying is they rushing the grocery stores here? Is because I'm pretty sure them people working somewhere. It's just about how you going about doing it. That's my thing. If you just jumping out on people, they know where they going. If you sitting back, just like the feds, when they come in, when they hitting drug houses, don't you know they sitting back and letting them all gather up? Why wouldn't you go in when you know they all there? Like, why would you just get one and then you got people want to stop? Now they protecting these neighborhoods.
So I just looked it up. Based on reports from U.S. Department of Homeland Security in late 2025 and early 2026, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE officers, have faced an unprecedented massive surge in death threats and violence, which officials attribute to radical rhetoric from politicians and activists. Key findings on threats and violence as of January 2026. Death threats to DHS have increased over 8,000%. Assaults on ICE officers increased more than 1,300%. Vehicular attacks against ICE officers surged by 3,200%, with 66 incidents reported between January 1st, 2025 and January 7th, 2026, compared to only 2 in the same time period the previous year. Doxing harassments. Officers have experienced widespread doxing, releasing of personal information, stalking, and in some cases, bounties placed on their heads. Specific incidents: Florida arrest. Joseph Giancola was arrested for posting online threats about shoot ICE Nazis down and shoot to kill. New Jersey arrest. Twin brothers Rico and Emilio Roman Flores were arrested for conspiracy to commit terroristic threats, including threatening to shoot ICE officers. Portland riot. ICE facility in Portland was under siege with "Kill Your Masters" graffiti and threats aimed at staff. ICE list. A whistleblower revealed the personal information of roughly 4,500 federal agents and employees. Under those circumstances, you can be damn sure I wouldn't be showing my face.
Well, like I said, we can pull up. Let me see. Let me teach you later. A year ago, people weren't being disappeared, so yeah, people aren't having it. Of course, see, that's the point that I'm trying to get. When people want to hide their face, it's because they don't want no repercussions. If you wasn't bullshitting, if they weren't doing what they was doing, you wouldn't have to hide your face. Let's be honest. You did because
when Trump first came into office, people were standing on overpasses, chucking bricks at ICE vehicles as they're driving by. You don't think that can cause an accident? Okay, that was from the get-go. That was from the start.
I got a question for you. This for Meat Freak. Is it okay for January 6th to be ICE agents? Are some of them ICE agents? Let's be honest. Are some of them ICE agents? Because I keep hearing that you got the Proud Boys are ICE agents. Is that true?
I don't know if that's true.
What about you? Said some January 6th could be. I want to know
possibly,
if that is true. If that is true, how in the hell you gonna have and Trump talking about insurrectionist law for Minnesota? And yet you just let some people that's some insurrection. Because I look at the guy, let's just say, the one guy that was just here, that was tried that BS down in Dearborn and went to Minnesota. Now if that is true, what you doing having people like that as ICE agents? I guess why they want to hide their face now. If you do got some January 6ers, if you do got some Proud Boys, I can see why we having a lot of these problems now, these incidents that we having. I can see that if you letting them type of people be a part of the ICE agents, what you think we gonna have? This is why we having this problem now. Until we get this together, we're gonna continue to have this problem. Only people who do wrong want to hide some shit, in my humble opinion. And I don't get it. Is this true? Okay. And I'll say it again, Trevor. Only people who be want to hide themselves is people. Because listen, if you ain't doing no wrong, Trevor, believe me, if you ain't doing no wrong, you don't have to have no worry about people coming to your house. I can give you an example. I forgot some of the rappers who made talk about killing the police here because they felt like the police was doing stuff wrong here. I mean, you know, when you got rappers talking, even with we'll go back, I go with Scarface when the FBI was on Lil J, them on Rap a Lot. When he talked about the one guy that was working for them, they ended up getting him knocked down. He was trying to put cases on them. you gonna I'm just saying. I guess I don't, like I said, if Trump did this, I'm telling you, Trevor, if he let Proud Boys and some January 6th, let them on there, if that ain't a slap in the face, man, I don't know what the slap in the face is, Trevor. I don't know what it. That's like Obama hiring the Black Panther Party to come in and help doing some deportations. You know how many people would be mad?
Nick, I don't know.
No, people would be mad.
I'm saying I don't know about
Yeah.
Proud Boys or January 6th. I can say that they are not trained well enough. They get, what, 8 weeks? I can say that. I can say that they're overzealous. But at the same time, sitting there and being angry that people are covering their face when their families and themselves have been threatened. They've been doxxed. Their personal addresses have been put out. Yeah, I'd cover my face too. Why do you think SWAT officers cover their face?
And I'm just saying, this allegedly coming from Karen Malone, and saw allegedly at least 10% of all ICE have rap sheets too. I mean, it said police arrest folks every day with no mask. It doesn't add up. No, I'm just saying. Just look at the one cop that what they just had. My man, he sprayed when they said he wasted a can of what's the mace on just emptying it on people. We saw how he sprayed the young brother, and in the summertime on the hot concrete. He just seemed like he wasted a whole can and already had him handcuffed, had him subdued. This is nothing. That's what I'm saying. This, if that is true with the president, that's what I'm gonna say. If that is true, what he done, that is straight up diabolical. If he got the Proud Boys and he got some January 6ers up there working for ICE, that's diabolical. It's nothing it's nothing that can be said about that. That's even with, let me be, and I'm not saying that's even going with what having you have some racists on the police force. They should not have no jobs. They shouldn't. You cannot put that. You cannot put them on it. You can listen. When you're doing stuff like that, you creating a problem and waiting for a problem to happen. And this is what I feel like. What you got going on? They can show that the ICE people pulling guns on regular citizens, and I get it. And that's why I was saying that the way they going about it. And I see with Chris Taylor, people who serve in the military not going for this. And that's why I think it's going to be, because you're going to make people have to start picking between their family and the bullshit that's going on. And that's what you don't want done. If you finna bring in, I'm saying, Trump, if he do bring them in, that military, you're going to be, it's like and all of it, and probably what happened. I'm just saying, but the way they're going about it, to me, Trump making this, he making it a little more worse than it is, especially when you got a person like Stephen Miller. Go look at some of the rhetoric Stephen Miller was saying. And he in a position, like some of these people that's in these positions is downright diabolical. Like you can't be having, but I'm just saying, this is just from my humble opinion, but I'm trying to tell you, if you would have had, and I'm just using the Black Panther Party as an example. If Obama had the Black Panther Party working as ICE, you would have some real deal problems going on. We shouldn't even be able to have hearing about Proud Boys could be part of ICE. Some of the January 6ers could be part of ICE. You know what I'm saying? That's just my humble opinion. They should not be in no position to do nothing like that. They should not be in no position. But this is where we at. Damn, I ain't know, a 50K sign up bonus. See, look at this right here. An ICE agent was caught up in child sex trafficking operation in Minnesota. I mean, like right now,
arrested? Was he arrested and charged?
But what about the ones who not? Just because we get one don't mean you got them all.
So disband the entire thing?
What I'm saying is, I'll go back to disbanding. No, probably go back to prior ICE agents before we got these ICE agents that's in here
When
now.
they were understaffed and their budget had been cut and they had far fewer agents and they've got a national job to do.
And you go get J6ers and Proud Boys to join up.
I'm not saying pick them.
No,
I don't
no,
know why
no.
that keeps getting brought up. Like, I'm not saying that. I don't like that idea at all.
No, because I gotta bring it. I'm not saying you pick. I'm just telling you what it is. I can't go off into no when you saying because they was understaffed, they got this and that. And I'm coming back in. We're gonna go get the J6ers and we're gonna go get the Proud Boys. That's what we had. Because in reality, if this is true, that's what we had filled it up. So I mean, that's who filled it up. You know what I'm saying? That's just reality. If he did go get them, now it'll make sense why we having a lot of these issues going on about, and because we said what's the difference? It's we got this difference. You got allegedly Proud Boys, allegedly some January 6ers up in there. So if we got them going on, we're gonna continue to have more problems. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna continue to have more problems. 300 million. I mean, how many people here? 300 million people in America. Or is it 20? Let's just say 300 million people. Huh?
340.
340 million. And the best we could come up with was J6ers and some Proud Boys to join ICE. I mean, join the ICE thing. I'm just saying that's what we, no different than Flint. 80,000 some people here, but we get the likes of a Liddell. We get the likes of a Candace. We get the likes of a Judy. We get the likes of a Leon. We get the likes of a LaShawn. This is what we get. That's what I'm saying. And it seems like this is what we got right now. That's all I'm saying, blind and telling. That's the same thing. It's just that, and we're going to continue. We're going to continue to have these problems. That's all I'm saying. We're going to continue to have these problems until we figure this out. Until they figure this out, we're going to continue to have this problem. Is it a black ICE agent? Because I heard it was. Do we have black ICE agents?
Quite a few.
Let's get that together. Do we got some black ICE agents? Because I did have some. I was gonna show it, and it was saying why. But my audio messing up, family. I had to go back. As you can see, when was this? That's ICE agents who refused to show ID drawing public backlash. I was gonna put it up, but because since my stuff messing up, I ain't gonna pull it up. But I had, because my audio tripping. But like I said, I got some videos. If my audio, I don't know why it's tripping this morning. I've been over here trying to play it. Let me see. The guy been held since June from out here. 25 years working as a subcontractor for $1 million company gave him. That's what I'm saying. It's like they went. They went about it wrong. What's up, Maria Carter Cuzzo in the building? Thank you for tapping in. I'm just, because I mean we gotta get it, because if they got that going on, and if you go look. Stephen Miller, he be spitting some rhetoric out here that's downright diabolical. And that's why I think people was mad about how Trump did fires with DC. And I get it from like Yogi and Anna. Like, and then not just using them because they part of 810. I'll go with Tim Black, who I'll always be watching. He from DC. Like they said, if you survived the early 80s in DC compared to now, I'm not saying it was better, but the thing is like you still have to get. You got to. It's to me how they went about it, and then when you saw the police coming in, how they was abusing some of the people. Like we see how it is. You can't say nothing. Just look at counsel. If you talk back and say something to the police officer. Look how what Art went through. Look how all that clusterfuck just went, like, blew up. Because you can't say nothing to the police. And I can imagine dealing with ICE is. A police can tell you, Y'all seen some of the videos where the young lady with a female officer was talking hella shit, telling the one lady when she called him, shut your mouth. They talk to you like you reckless. The police, they will talk to you. If you don't shut up, I'll take you to jail. That's the authority that they got. You can go pull that up on, and I'm just talking about here. You can go, so I can imagine what ICE agents doing, like fire, and if they got them type of characters in their crew, I can imagine. And that's why I will say, I get it. People don't want to, you cannot interfere with their business, regardless how you might like it or don't like it. You could lose your life, and they will get off on it. I'm not saying that you have to go through the BS where once they get your ID, figure it out. Some might take 72 hours. They might get it together. You just gotta hope you don't get the bunch who want to be over aggressive, and you know what I'm saying. You can't get interfere with their business, regardless how you might. Because we have Brother Elliot right here across from me when he was talking about when his students was getting deported, the whole family was getting deported. He was messed up. We can go pull it up how you got teachers in the schools was talking about how they was stopping ICE agents from coming there. Y'all remember this was all last year. Teachers didn't want to let them come in. I get it. Some of them people been here, but if you ain't do it the right way, it is what it is. That's all I'm saying. It's messed up, but if this is true, the alleged with the J6ers and the Proud Boys, you definitely don't want to get in nobody's business. And that's all I'm just saying. You don't want to get in their business. What's up, Sweet Cupcake on break? Thank you for tapping in. See, Miller told ICE they have total immunity, lawless times. No, okay. Teacher lady said they are arresting indigenous folks in Minnesota. There's simply no defending this nonsense. I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just saying, in reality, you cannot interfere. Much as these people you might have grew up with or knew, or just became friends with, and I know how it is. Like, but listen, it's rough, and you. I just hope I don't want to be there. Like I guess people was trying to protest the ICE agents here. What can you do if they hear not the right way? Ain't nothing you can do. You fighting a lost cause, and I don't think that's a battle we should be trying to pick. I'm just
wondering why people are even trying to fight deportations of people who didn't come the right way. Look, I'm all for immigration. You come the right way, you contribute to the country as a whole, to the society as a whole. I'm happy to have you here. I don't care where you're from. But just coming in, cutting the line, and then all these damn extra programs for some of these folks. Take a look at how much California spends on just people coming in illegally. Couldn't that be used on American citizens that have been here, that have put into that system?
They could.
So why is everyone all literally up in arms over deportations? Even if the ICE agents were trained properly, because I'm going to say they're not. Even if the ICE agents had a lower tension, which they do not, and I think they do need to lower it, you would still see people protesting it and arguing it and fighting it. You still see cities resisting it, trying to say that it is illegal for ICE to come into some of these cities.
Good morning.
Why? Don't we have enough problems of our own? We're just talking about how we spend too much around the world. So if we turn down that money, it's still okay to spend money on people who came here illegally, because it is illegal. There is an actual law stating how you come into this country, how you reside in this country. But people would still fight it. Why?
Katie, I put this up what she said. What about what happened to all that fraud in Minnesota? $8 billion so far when money could have went to helping our homeless. It's no different when you had, and I agree with you, but Katie, but who did it? Who set it up where they can get that money? That's like when you had the mothers in Chicago, and you see what Blind Intelligence said. I agree with you, Trevor, because those folks that are illegal send our notes over to their country, to their county, and flood our Federal Reserve notes. But
And I've seen people pushing back on Trump saying, mind you don't have to like the guy. There's a lot of times I don't like the guy. And saying that if you are on social assistance, on cash assistance, you can't send that money back to overseas. Even if you came here legally and you have to get that safety net. I'm fine with that. You came here legally. Things don't always work out. I've been on that safety net. But sending that money overseas isn't that money that should be put back into the community that is now supporting you?
I'll look at it like this, and I'll say this. But why would the government do that though? Because I'm going with Chicago. When you were saying they didn't have no help for the parents, well, it was really the black parents, the black mothers that was there. Why wouldn't you help your own, but you would help people that's just coming in? So wasn't that more on the government and the government playing into that? Because when you go to these agencies, how you gonna tell your people who been here no, but you telling the people that just came yes? Who fault is that?
I'm sorry, what now?
The people, I was looking at Chicago when the mother was like, why was they giving the so-called, the people who got here, like, why was they giving them SNAP benefits, giving them everything, and then the ones, and they didn't have nothing for them? Isn't that the government fault?
Yeah.
Because
but now the government tries reversing that bad decision, and there's protest against that. Okay, I understand if you don't like ICE in your neighborhoods. Fine. I understand if you don't want ICE coming and arresting people. I don't agree with it, but I understand. Go ahead and protest. But when it comes to removing some folks who are here illegally, according to U.S. immigration law, to free up, and granted, it isn't even the point, but it would free up a lot of these resources that some of these people are on. So we can go to people who are here who have been denied because resources are empty. Why is that a problem?
But the thing here, the same ones who created the problem, who did this, they created this problem. Government did. Because why wouldn't you help your citizens that's here to the ones who just got here? Why would you do that?
Some cases, some states, I can't talk about federal here, some states, once again, California, when you get a driver's license, you're automatically registered to vote. Period. End of story. They don't ask your residency status. They don't ask your citizenship status. You're just registered to vote. At least in LA County. As far as I understand, the rest of the state, but we'll use LA. So don't you think that seems like an incentive to vote? Doesn't that seem like, hey, I'm going to import people to take over a voting base? Or to bolster a voting base?
And let's say this most definitely, and let's say them jobs that Trump said, the black jobs. Let's be honest with the black jobs. Who finna go work them farms for no money? We got to say, like, a lot of them jobs that they taking, who hired them? See, we have to be honest, like, who hired them, who want to work them jobs? Because, and like I say, damn, everything come out of Trump mouth when it referred to, you know what I'm saying? But it's no different than all the other ones who think like that. I'll just go with that. But as far as him to say these jobs, define the black job. If you thinking about going, people finna work them farms for no money, that ain't us. That's the government who allow. And let's be real. They know what they doing. I get it. Trump want to come in because, like I say, you got to go back and look at the books why such a big immigration problem. Let's be honest. I go back to the book with Pat Buchanan because when he was a congressman. I know he ended up on MSNBC. He had a show. He was a Republican. And he wrote a book called Death to the West. Lenore Seal, good morning. Kenneth, good morning. Good morning, everybody that's just tapping in. And like I said, they let them come in here. And hey, Alan, and I agree with you, because if you listen on the intro, you will hear United States flew these people from other countries into this country, very diabolical and hypocritical. And now they got to put them out.
Under the previous administration.
Yeah, but now and that's what I'm saying. But to me, that's why I say go watch that movie, Gangs of New York. And you will see the attitude when they seeing the people coming over. This is where we at right now. You got that same attitude, like we got to get these, we got to get we got to get them out of here. I get it. You got to do it the right way. I'm just saying you got to go send them back, but the way they going about it, to me, if you got some Proud Boys and you got these January 6ers in this ICE situation, I think the United States, I think Trump administration, they did a bad thing on bringing. I mean, he got to go figure another way. They got to go back and do another recruiting. What's the name? You cannot, or we're going to continue to have these, and people going to get fed up. You just coming in pulling guns on people. They're going to get fed up with that. And if you got, just like I said, the guy that went to Minnesota already messed up. But my man that went down there that left Dearborn and went over there, then he's going to get his ass whipped for real good playing. People like that should not be able to come with the rhetoric that he is spitting. But he's able to go ahead and go. Move through. That rhetoric is
You're talking about the candidate for governor?
No.
Or is it the dude that came from down here in Florida that went up there?
I thought so. He from Florida. He came up here and went to Dearborn and started the mess.
Yeah, the one that walked off the bus and then spray painted cuck on the side.
Yeah, he in Minnesota, and then there got his ass whooped, and it was a black guy. He
wouldn't mind him getting his ass whooped. Some of the rhetoric that comes out of his mouth, he needs it.
But that's the stuff you don't want to happen. See, when you running them to them clashes like that, it's something gonna pop off, and I would hate to see something pop off, and then they're gonna be forced to then call them, because like Trump right now, he's hitting at it. An insurrection is he want to label Minnesota that for he can bring.
He backed off of that rhetoric on Saturday.
Oh, he let it go. Okay, because I'm just saying
he did.
Yeah, because he floated that out there, and the stuff that's going on, that's just gonna make it. It's a powder keg ready to explode.
Let me check before I go too far into that.
Chris Caleb, if he do try to put in that cryptocurrency, that people do need to go watch Layla Mrs. McGee's show.
Yeah. So The Hill, New York Times, Fox, and Politico all have stated that he backs down off an insurrection act.
See this right here? Do you think this could have caused problems? Michigan actually had a program that was giving landlords $500 a month for the undocumented families' housing. They stopped it in June.
That's definitely a problem, because that money has not gone toward people who actually born and lived in the state. But that's a state issue. Well, who runs the state?
Yeah.
Who ran the state when that
No, I'm gonna say the Democrats. No,
and yes, I will turn around and then slap the Republicans in the face and say, if you're hiring illegal immigrants for cheap labor, number one, your hiring manager needs to go to prison, and number two, your company needs to be fined into the fucking ground.
And but it's big business. See, they got lobbyists who can come in and they're gonna be able to handle it. And I see what you're saying, Katie. KB saying what is happening now is the United Nations fought pushing the Tenet project for the World Economic Forum. Well, when you on a world stage, you know what I'm saying? This is what they doing. They didn't. Let me see what Chris said. Also, Trump is helping Putin by trying to destroy NATO. He doesn't want NATO to help Ukraine. That's why I think what we at right now, to me, where we at, we seeing a lot of stuff is going. Because this, I break it down just like here when they talk about the new Flint. They was bringing people in. They was bringing people. All you gotta do is go look who you start seeing there. You seeing a lot of and there's no knock to them. No knock to them. You seeing a lot of Cubans here. See what? See. See, well, yeah, I blame the voters for allowing this to happen on a local level. The power is in the people to stop this. No joke. No, seriously. That's why you see certain people. I get it. I was looking at the different videos they were showing when you had the mothers. I'm like, listen, why y'all not helping us? We've been here. And you seeing the other side. And it's like, damn, but you seeing a lot of the Democrats. Listen, the people forget what Biden told. He was at the black, what was it, the black forum, whatever, when he told them, hey, this to Al Sharpton and these so-called leaders. Hey, you need to get with the Latino community. What's up, Clark? Clark said, what dumbass country is going to sign up to be an ally to us and pay $1 billion so he can control the money? If you look at allegedly, and I got to throw this out here, if you go look at the oil that he took, like they said with Trump, the president doing, they sending that money to overseas accounts for they won't have to have an audit. That's why they said some of the oil giants don't want to mess with it because Trump gonna control the money. The money wouldn't directly come to them. It got to go to over. I'm just saying this all allegedly. I had a video to put it up for y'all to see it. Why the oil people said, nah, we don't want to mess with it because the way the money going. Because if they bring it in straight through, you can do an audit. I get it. They sitting up here, but what did they thought was gonna happen? That was my thing. What they thought they was gonna happen. Oh, okay. Chris Caleb said, Leela said, I'm gonna go back and watch all of it. I didn't. Leela said it's a military operation, and she is right. I know two things can be right at the same time. Facts. When you see, listen, they already said the lady that's coming over to Venezuela who want to be the president to give up her Nobel Peace Prize. And you know what the people said? Just because you give it to them, they not going to recognize him for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's like.
That doesn't change who it was awarded to.
Yeah, that's
very true. It's like my combat infantry badge. If I were to pass that off to someone who was awarded it, I was. Now, if I want to pass it off to someone for something that means something to me, that's my choice. So that was her choice. That's fine and dandy. Whatever.
But he can't he can't put her as the president of Venezuela because the people don't respect her. She can't win it. So her doing all of this is not going to prop her up. He can't prop her up. And it's foolish for her to even think like, you think they finna be able to prop you up? You ain't got
I understand. She dropped out of the Venezuelan race in 2024 because their Supreme Court barred her from it. So they ran someone else, and that someone else picked up 84% of the vote. I can't remember the man's name for the life of me.
You ain't talking about Maduro, is you?
No. Maduro picked up like 30%, but so the way they set it up, the opposition party was taking pictures of all the receipts as they came in. And 80% of those receipts said that his opponent won. Then Maduro's elections bureau, whatever the hell they call it down there, said that he won by a whopping 93%. So if she doesn't have the support, then the person she picked to run in her place did.
No, she don't have the support. He know it. He thought she did. That's why he moved on to the other person. And here go the proof right here, family. Here go to what's the name right here? Let me get you see newcomer rental subsidy. As you see right here, newcomer rental subsidy program provides refugees and other newcomer population eligible households with rental assistance up to $500 per month for up to 12 months with eligibility based on immigration status and household income.
Take a look at the blue box above it. As of 6/4/2025, the Office of Global Michigan will stop accepting new applications for the newcomer rental subsidy program. If we are able to resume accepting new applications, updates will be posted here.
Yeah, this what the lovely Deborah Luna was talking about in the what's her name Fox when they did it, because she put it in the chat when they stopped. But to doing stuff like that, what did you thought you was gonna make happen to the people who was here, who couldn't get the help? Like, what they thought was gonna happen? Hey, Alan, I agree with you. U.S. only installs those who understand the playbook. That's why I'm saying when they talking about saying the fair election, because that's coming from the United States. Just to
United States, United Nations, and several of Venezuela's neighbors.
I don't, because I know Jimmy Carter, our former president, said theirs was the most fairest. Because they had their people down that says more fair elections than United States, and that was
Jimmy Carter in 1970.
No, Jimmy Carter. I want to say, was it in the
maybe early 80s?
No. This was not too long recently. Family. I'm gonna be working on it when I come back on tonight. I have it because I couldn't play my audio when they talked about it. Trump just how you forgot Trump hollered about how to remember he said he went to sleep and woke up. He lost the election.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you say
Detroit blocking up windows so observers couldn't watch? I remember a somehow busted pipe.
So
I remember a lot of shit.
And that's the point that I'm saying. So how they gonna say we're gonna take their word about how Venezuela elections wasn't right? I'm just saying it's kind of.
I looked at multiple sources about that one though.
Yeah, but it's kind of
League of South American countries, League of Latin countries, United Nations. Hell, even God, there's a block in Africa that said that was wrong. Fucking India said it was stolen. It's all over their news. I mean, South America itself, their neighbors who have no love for the United States, still saying, "No, that shit was fraud."
I see Katie Saban saying Carter Liberia even said to Venezuela. They also said he said it was right too. Two things can be true, Katie.
I mean, at one point, Venezuela probably had shit far more pat than we do. That's easy.
And I do agree with you, Alan. The national media controls the narrative. Yeah, we do, but
that's why I wasn't looking at U.S. news.
No, but we tend. I'm just saying, but we tend to believe what the United States news say. I'll give you a better example. Can people understand? Yes, the Carter Center stated that Venezuela July 2024 presidential election did not meet international standards of electoral integrity and cannot be considered democratic. I'll go back again. Oh, Chris Caleb, you know what? You make a strong point right there. I'm just telling you. I'm looking at what would he say? Chris Caleb said, if you've been to officer school in the military, you will see what Trump is really doing with all these distractions. I mean, they listen, and I'm being honest. If you go back, go look at what General Wesley Clark. I put it up on here, but somehow they flagged me on one of the lives, but the other live they didn't flag me. When you go look at how they plan on taking down the Middle East, just even with Iran, because I'm seeing what Trump called it off, not to attack Iran right now. This was already pre-planned. This ain't nothing new.
Yes and no and yes.
Well, he paused
off of rhetoric, but I believe it is, I can't remember which battalion, but I do know it is the 234th Armored Cavalry Regiment just arrived in the Middle East. They carry M1A2 SEP-3 Abrams and M1A3 Bradley infantry fighting vehicles. Let me see. Their National Guard unit, and there's still one U.S. carrier on the way to the region with supposedly rumors of two more. One left from San Diego, the other one left from Norfolk.
He said Iran threatened to take him out.
Yeah,
Trump then lost his mind, but they could threaten people. I'm just Lindsey Graham down there wanted to fall out. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, no facts, blind intelligence. I believe you with that. A lot of people, they say when you go get outside on the media, what's really going on. Like I said, you can go pull up some Oliver North. Oliver North be talking some good talk. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of them military movies. Go pull him up on the different stuff when you look at Lulu. Like I forgot what country Lulu was from when they was going at him. Because he break down these was different presidents. I mean not Oliver North. Damn, what's
Lulu
he a
what?
movie director? Why I say Oliver North, not Oliver North. I can't think of this guy name. He a movie director. He do a lot of wartime movies. But if you go check him out, man, when he be talking about some of the stuff that's been going on, like
Lulu Wang.
no, it's I can't think. No, he did military movies. Oliver Stone, thank you, Jennifer Stack.
Oh, you
Oliver
see,
Stone.
you told me Lulu, so I was looking up
No,
Lulu.
I think Lulu was in Brazil, wasn't he? He was a president.
The only thing okay, there you go.
Yeah, he was
because
a
I put
president.
in movie director Lulu, all I get is Lulu Wang.
No, he was a president. Oliver Stone, thank you, Jennifer.
Oh,
Go back and watch him, and you, like I say, I go watch a lot of, like I said, I watched a lot of the documentaries he be doing. They be talking about all the different things about the different hits that be going down with the. See, we get one side. And then when you go ahead and be looking at it, and like I said, when you go pull up, man, when you be seeing some of the stuff, we don't be like I say, go pull up and go do some research on Henry Kissinger. Go do some research on New Brzezinski. I can't pronounce his name, but he was in the Carter administration. His daughter Mika Brzezinski be on MSNBC.
Oh, okay.
So he was in the Carter administration. Go look with him. I'm telling you, we had some characters. We had some facts, Jennifer. There's always two sides to a story. But see, we get one image of it. One image. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can see like I say, and I'm not trying to be funny. I feel what happened to the lady. You know what happened down in I keep bringing it up. What happened down in Minnesota, but what about all the other people of color that got did wrong? Sandra Bland. You know what I'm saying? You even listen, George Zimmerman was able to track down Trayvon Martin because he felt like he shouldn't have been living in that neighborhood. This ain't nothing new. But that it happened to her, it happened to Henry Kissinger is the owner of AIG, right? I'm not for sure what he on. I know he was some thought he was an antichrist.
Wasn't Kissinger the guy that did the Clear Eyes commercial?
Nah,
that was another cat.
Nah,
I do know that he was
Nixon. He was with Nixon when he was Secretary of State or something. God. Go pull up Brzezinski. I can't say his I can't pronounce his first name. But I know his daughter is Mika Brzezinski, but he was in the Carter administration. Go pull up. I think he wrote a book said it's easier to kill 1 million people through the water or something. I'm not saying it verbatim, through water and food. See, and people got to look at these different things.
He was Secretary of State between 73 and 77th and the 7th National Security Advisor.
To Carter, right? Or was this the one in Nixon?
77. He served under both Nixon and Ford.
You talking about Kissinger, right?
Yeah.
I was talking about Brzezinski. See what I'm not saying his name right? Brzezinski, BR. And look where they come from. Now do the research where they come from. Go do the research and see what their backgrounds is.
Oh, Jesus, this guy is... Yeah, I'm not even trying to say his first name. Was a prominent Polish-American diplomat and political scientist who served as the U.S. National Security Advisor under Jimmy Carter, playing a key role in Cold War strategy, U.S.-China relations, Middle East peace efforts like Camp David Accords, while also advocating for human rights and later advising on foreign policy, notably criticizing the Bush administration's approach. He was a strong anti-communist, a realist in foreign policy, and the co-founder of the Trilateral Commission influencing American global strategy for decades.
Shit, go read some of the stuff he said. Boy, But these was people that was in the what's name? You know, they on a trial commission for like. Listen, go study with these people, and you'll really see some real wonders. Some real wonders.
No.
Facts, Katie, right.
Huh? Sorry, catching up a little bit since my eyes were on the other screen.
I'm looking at let me look at it. So our election, yeah, like with the elections here, we just go with Flint. Look at this. Hey, Chris, I'm just telling you, go look with Wesley, General Wesley Clark. And you will go see. You like, man, listen. When you see stuff, how this stuff is being ran, you understand. And I don't understand how these people just said George was already mad before he killed Trayvon Martin. The court failed to bring it up that he was arguing with his wife. That's why he left his home that night. And no, I'm just saying, but this is the stuff that they never gonna bring it up. They're not gonna do that, but want to bring nothing up like that. That's what I'm just saying. When you watching it and you seeing this stuff, just remember we can't forget what happened in Charlotte. You would think your president wouldn't be involved in that. When he came out and had to say it's good people on both sides, bad people. That's just like when Ronald Reagan made his announcement he was running for president. Where did he do it from? Right in Mississippi. What's up, Andre Holly? You not late. You always on time, good brother. Go. Hey, Chris Caleb, go look what he was singing. He was ringing the alarm on what was going on in the Middle East. He was ringing it. But when we have people, this what they call an imperial expansion, that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get. It is what it is. I do feel like the stuff that's coming here, it shouldn't be going the way it's going. Like I say once again, because now we can't change how ICE is already up in here. They hell bent on getting these people. Gathering these people and getting them out of here. I understand it. I get it. They hell bent on it. So what can you do if somebody hell bent on doing this? What can you really do? They got to do their job because it can lead to so many different things, though. Being honest, it can lead to so many things, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You can't agree with it. I mean, how they going about it? But if this is true, who they got, fires being in this like ICE and all. I mean, part ICE. I can understand why they want their faces covered up. I can understand how Keith Porter for shooting in the air, him coming out getting shot. I can understand how when they grabbed the young brother off the out, threw him in there and found out who he was, they let him go. I can understand that. If we got these people that's in here, I can understand it. The thing is, what the president gonna do about it? Now, if this is the way that local governments or the police force got to deal with them, do the regular police force need to be with them when they go on raids? Probably so.
By the way, I just looked it up. So, based on information as of January 2026, claims of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, has employed members of the Proud Boys, particularly former leader Enrique Tarrio, are false. Enrique Tarrio's social media post falsely identified former Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio as an ICE officer. Both ICE and Tarrio confirmed he does not work for the agency, with officials calling the rumors smears. We'll go ahead and gloss over that last part. I'm not going to say they're smears. The rumors stemmed from a list of 4,500 ICE and Border Patrol employees leaked by a whistleblower. While Tarrio appeared on a website tracking the list, he was not listed as an employee, but rather as an agitator. So there's that part at least.
That's why I put the allegedly on there. If they is. That's why
now, I can't say that they haven't employed none, because that's a rather large group, and going in absolutes with that is, if you say none have been employed, then you're fucking high.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you can't say a group of like 65,000, one or two haven't been picked up, right?
Yeah. I can't say that name, Carol Kincaid. So when I was him, they was calling him Z Brzezinski when I was watching Morning with
When
Joe.
I looked it up, they were calling him Z Big.
Yeah, see, so because that's what they were saying that on the show.
Most of us with an English tongue cannot pronounce all those consonants in a row.
And that's what I'm saying. Let me see. You know what, family? We're gonna say this because I know we got like 10 minutes. Family, because we damn near forgot it. We coming up, and I see what you're saying, Jennifer, and that's what made me just think about it. We coming up. It said my community science. Okay, but let me see. You're talking about people running for Flint. We're gonna try. Anyone willing to step up and run for a Flint council seat, please consider representing your community and make positive changes. I'm thinking about putting a forum together, family. I'm thinking about putting a forum together. And I see, he was advising. Hey, listen, Carol Kincaid. Like I said, I've been watching on him, but we're gonna try to put a forum together for people who is running. I'm telling you now, I would love to partner up with some people. That's if Jasmine on here, and I'm telling you how I want to go about it, family. I'm being honest, because I'm just saying, me and Winters.
I'll look that up for you, Concrete.
Even Trevor, like, come on, let's be honest. We ain't the most beloved in this community, but I have no problem, and I'm pretty sure Winters don't have no problem. But we're gonna need people in here help to pull this thing off. You know what I'm saying? I would love to get with some people because I want to have everybody would be invited, and we would love to have a space where we can do a meet and greet, and I'm even do this, even for the podcasters. I would love to have an area for. That's what I'm saying. We can get a spot. That's why I would love to get with Jasmine. Jasmine Stanley. Because I was about to mess up Jasmine McKinney. Let me put some respect on a married woman name. We would love to put a board together for we can do this. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to have the different podcasters have a little area set over there for the people who are running. If you want to do a little Q&A, get out here and be able to get the local podcaster to get interviews with the people, maybe 5-minute interviews with them where you can sit down. And bring all local podcast, but being respectful. Now we do want to be respectful, not no got you moments and none of that.
No direct attacks, no veiled attacks.
Please. Yeah, just
like honest back and forth. Ask your question, get an answer. As well as if you're a politician running, have someone in your staff, if you have a staff or a volunteer, have them film you while you're up there. We have no problems sharing this with everyone. This is a community event, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna need, because we want to bring everybody in. Meaning, I'm even going on the limb. I'm not going on the limb. I'm gonna be honest. If we have to go get somebody from Neely's side who will, just being honest, if we get from over here, I want to get all the different, where we can really put something together down where we can bring the people out. And if we do it big, hopefully we can have some vendors there where the residents can come and meet and greet.
And grab some chow.
Yeah,
we've been discussing some venues. We've still got some more discussion on that.
Yeah, but I need to put a board together where we can sit down, because I ain't never done nothing like this. I know Winters have. She did it when she did what she did for the write-in candidate. She, you know what I'm saying? And
you participated in one with Clack in 22. Miss Satara was the host and MC.
Yeah, that was
you've got some experience on it. I was on that stage. I was on the other side of it, but
no, facts. But I want to, you know what I'm saying? I really want to do this for not just me, like I say, because like I say, Jasmine way more political savvy than I am. Winter's way more political savvy. I would love to get in with some of the elders. Don't get it twisted. I would love to get some of the elders and get the youth, where we can get more people involved, where we all can get together and can have a forum where people can come in. And you know what I'm saying?
Honest and open forum, not just giving you one side. I may disagree with Liddell personally.
Facts.
But if she's running for a seat, let's go ahead and be respectful while she's up there. No need to yell, scream, shout, insult.
Yeah.
Let her say her piece. Just nice and open conversation instead of what has been going on in Flint for the longest while, which is shut out the other side completely. Because there may be one or two good folks that are running with Neely, for example.
Yeah.
That normally some folks wouldn't listen to just because, who they're running with. Might as well be open with it. Give everyone a say.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind putting that together. Like, we can get the people. That's what I'm saying. That's why you see me on here right now. If we can get the people who really want to do it, I'm talking about seriously. Now, I'm not trying to have nothing where we are beefing, though. If we seriously can get this together, hit the inbox, my 810 News Media Group, or hit me in the email at 810newsmediagroup@gmail.com. Serious inquiries only. But I'm just saying, I would love where we can really do something for the city, where we can get the people out here. Like I say, if it's possible, I know we're going to need people who know how to do this. We're going to need an area that can hold it. And we're going to need, you know what I'm saying? Because I want everybody to feel comfortable, meaning Republicans and Democrats. I want to bring, because you're going to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to sit down and get everybody, like I say, do all 9 wards, do state. I mean, who will want to come down? Like I said, it could just be a simple. Yeah, senators can be simple Q&A. If we can do it right, I would love to have like vendors there. You know what I'm saying? Bring some vendors there for people can get to meet individuals and see for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You might come away with something. If we do it right, we might can do it twice. You know what I'm saying? But I would love. But I'm knowing we're gonna need some of the people who done this before, like, to get it down. But I'm willing to like I say, get both sides. And I know that's rough, but get all sides to where we can put something together. Facts. And like I say, and Winters told y'all, she ain't got to be the moderator, but she going to be involved in the planning of it and putting it down. We will get a moderator. We'll even get a hostess for y'all. That's how that's what I'm with. I'm willing to do it, but I know we're going to need the residents to do it. This can't just be, I don't care if it's, I always got to bring them up.
And you?
Thank you, Granny G, for that $5 super chat. Thank you, beloved. If we got to partner up with them, once they get FNU, if we got a Flint Neighborhood United.
That is the first time you've showed that paper that it actually showed on the camera.
Hey, Chris, I'm. That's why we need to link up with. That's why I'm putting out here a call that we need help for. We can do it. I'm like I say. If it can be done, we're gonna need. I'm gonna need the people who with it to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris. Like I said, I'm putting a call out here. As far as my crew, as far as 810, if it's effing you, who we got to get with, I don't care. If it's, I would love to do it with Jasmine, McKinley, and as far as the Black Leadership Forum with the late Mayor Woodrow Stanley. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I'm saying? As long as we can get together, I want it to be packed out. I mean, I don't care if it's 30 people running for each ward. Get them up there with however we got to do it, but to bring the people in for the residents can get to see them. Oh, what with Jennifer Wright? That's one so far. But like I say, we're gonna need. And I would love to get to start. And sure will, Chris Caleb. I have no problem. I don't care if it's and I'm gonna show you where I'm at with this. If I had to sit down with the different organizations, the Black Lives Matter, the NAACP, I'm just saying put something together because it ain't about what 810 care about. I can put my little pettiness to the side because I don't have to be. I can put my pettiness to the side. I would love to go in planning in February. And right now we can just see who want to do it. If you want to reach out to it. Like I say, I'll put my email again, 810newsmediagroup@gmail.com, or hit me in the 810 News Media Group Messenger. I can see it. Trevor can see it. Winters can see it. So you know what I'm saying? If you want to do that and we can really do something big. And I'm putting it out here. If somebody else steal it, I don't care. I'll come up there and do what we got to do to make sure 810 was there. I'll be there recording it. But I do, like I said, I want to have area. Oh, thanks, Arthur Logan. You hope everything go right for you at your doctor's appointment. But that's just where I'm at with it, family. This is something me and been trying to put it together where we can include everybody. I'm gonna hit the people I know how to hit and talk to, but I would love an area where we can have the local podcasters. Since we saying it's always, why they don't do the interviews with the local podcasters and none of that. If we can put this together, we gonna have a spot where the local podcasters can show up and y'all can get to meet and like vice versa. You can meet the people that's running for your city and your council people, and the council people can meet y'all where you can be like, well, maybe I can go on this show if I got to get some information out here, where we complain about the local, national media where they don't put our stories out there. Now we're going to try to implement you to the underground media where people can start, if we can pull it off. Like I say, this is something I would want to put together. Like I said, if any one of you people who want to get down your group, holla at me, 810 News Media Group Messenger, or hit me at 810 News Media Group at gmail.com. We can put something together. Like I say, we want to make it big and do it and let the residents know we appreciate y'all. And plus the residents need to know who finna be in these seats for the next 5 years or 6 years, what
long
I'm saying?
term. Also, even if you're not a political podcaster, but you want to get, branch out or just talk about it this time, reach out. You don't have to be in the political sphere to start getting information out there to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's what. Can we put at least 1,000 pie in there? I mean, we gonna listen. We gonna have to put something together. Like that's why I'm reaching out to the different ones. Thank you, Terry Nixon, the lovely Terry Nixon. That's what I'm saying. If we can make it, let's make it a big event for people who can come, do a meet and greet, not the old ways where you picking and choose, and really let the residents, because y'all need to see the residents. You know what I'm saying? The residents need to see y'all. So if we can put it together, like I say, but I don't care if it's FNU. I would love to get the Woodrow Stanley Black Leadership Forum in it. Like I say, they very savvy over there. I would love to hit the other sides, and when we can figure something out, and we can put it together, then we can make some. Let's do something great this summer, because it's a lot on the line, family. And I'm gonna play my part. With 810 team gonna play their part, so we just need some other ones to team up and let's put something together. You got any last words, Trevor?
No. I'm pretty excited about this candidate forum, so let's get to work.
That's what I'm saying. I say it again, 810 News Media Group Messenger. I can see it. Trevor can see it. Winters can see it. And then hit me at 810 News Media Group at gmail.com.
Also, if you know another Flint podcaster or someone from the area that you think you'd like to get involved in this, share us to them and send them our way. We'd love to sit down, have a talk, and maybe, set up an area where they can do their interviews aside from what we're doing. More information, right?
Yeah. What up, Mark76? Thank you. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So please hit us, even let us see what's going on. And then the ones that's from let me say this, from the ones, if you're in the D area, won't y'all come? If we put this together, let us put this together and we can start reaching out to, but please hit us. I didn't catch the email, 810 News Media Group at gmail.com. Same way as written, 810 News Media Group at gmail.com. 810 News Media Group Facebook Messenger. So just in case,
it's in the chat.
Hit me right there. Oh, in the messenger. Like I said, I can see the messenger. Trevor can see the messenger. Winters can see the messenger. Most likely, y'all gonna be talking to the Winters. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, who I really send people, and then the ones who, like, we got a team over here. We putting it together slowly but surely. We gonna be able to do visuals. You know what I'm saying? Let's just make it great, family. That's what me. I'm gonna be beating around. I'm gonna keep hitting it till we get the group of people that's gonna help the different organizations who want to partner up with 810, or 810 can partner up with y'all to put this forum together, like a meet and greet, but good conversation, family. And if y'all see Jasmine McKinley Teller, 810, looking for that we're going to need her in on this, family. And peace.